In this video, I'm going to test the full self-drive system ability to navigate through a drive-through and see if the AI will go ahead and pick up the fact that we need to stop at the intercom and give them our order number, and also if the window's open to hand you the receipt, and then also the pickup window. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the vehicle handles this drive-through obstacle. So let's go ahead and begin. We're leaving a Planet Fitness parking lot. We're leaving from a blind spot where there's two vehicles on both sides. So no issues there as far as leaving the parking lot. And then we're going to be leaving this road here and jumping right onto a main road. Right now we're super close to the McDonald's, so this video here shouldn't be very long at all. I'm here. I may possibly take over. Yeah, I'm going to take over here. No fault of the vehicles, other than the fact I do not want to hit the potholes. That's something that's still yet to be worked on as far as pothole avoidance. Full self-drive system was re-engaged right back. Right now we're in the hurry profile. I'm going to go ahead and change that to the standard profile. Vehicle's doing a really good job slowing down for this up here. Actually, it did a complete stop in the middle of nowhere. Why, I'm not for sure, so that's not very good. But also, as you can see, there's no vehicles behind us. So that's something that I have not seen before. I went ahead and tapped the accelerator just to go ahead and nudge it to keep going. We're only about 4 minutes away from getting to the McDonald's parking lot to start this drive-through test. Vehicle's hesitating here. I'm not sure what's going on. So again, I had to nudge it. I don't know if it couldn't see around that truck, but the vehicle's struggling today for some odd reason. This is very different from the way it normally drives. Normally there's zero interventions whatsoever or takeovers or anything in that regards. That pothole takeover, though, again, that was just one that I didn't want to take a chance of bending the rims on. So that's something still allegedly being worked on as far as the pothole avoidance. But as far as it stopping the main road, that's something I've never seen before happen, even though there's a very big hump there. The reason why I didn't take over or nudge it earlier was I was thinking it was just slowing down for that very big hump. So maybe it misinterpreted that hump as something else at that bike trail, and that's why it made the complete stop. But something I've never seen it do there before. And then that big hesitation of making that turn, again, same thing there. I'm not sure exactly why that was going on. Something I have also not seen occur. And I have not received any new recent updates or anything like that. I know sometimes that occurs when you receive a new update, as things are just kind of recalibrating or they're still in the beta testing phase of things. At the traffic light coming up, we only have to make this right turn, and then from there we're going to head and enter the parking lot of McDonald's. What's normally expected to happen here is that I will have to take over to direct it to go into the McDonald's parking lot. Sorry, correction, not to point it in the direction of the parking lot. But once we get into the parking lot, I may have to go ahead and take over to point it in the direction of the drive-through. And from there, the vehicle should take back over as far as getting us into that drive-through lane and around it. I'm not sure why the vehicle always wants to not turn in this first turn in, but we're going to go ahead and let it do its thing. And this is where I expect to take over here soon. I think the vehicle's going to try to park itself in the parking spot, which is signaling to do so now. So this is the takeover that was expected. And now I'm just guiding it to the drive-through. So currently at this moment, I'm still manually driving the vehicle. And now that we're in the drive-through, I'm going to go ahead and turn the full self-drive back on to see if the AI understands the mission as far as going through the drive-through itself. All right, so it's selecting the lane. And we have our order number. Now we're just waiting to see if it's going to stop at the intercom. This will be the very first test of navigating through the drive-through.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Are you using robot today?
Yes, I'm picking up GW48.
You said D?
Oh, sorry, G is in George, W is in Whale, and then the number 48.
Hold on.
Yes, 48.
Okay. Will this be off?
That's everything.
Okay, you can go ahead and pull forward.
Okay. All right, so we have successively went through as far as placing the order or notifying them of our order at the intercom. So now we're just waiting to see how it's going to handle the next two steps. Will it stop at the window to pick up the receipt? And then from there, will it stop and also give us a chance to pick up our order at the pickup window? So here it seems like it understands that car there was to go before us. So next we'll see after this vehicle here if the car will go ahead and realize it's its turn to proceed as far as to go forward and take its spot in line. There, I nudged it just to go ahead and tell it to go. Nudge as far as pushing the accelerator. Now we wait again. Sometimes when I try this test, the vehicle will get impatient and try to go and hop out of the drive-thru line. So let's see if it's going to go ahead and maintain its status as far as waiting in this drive-thru line. Again, what we are attempting is kind of not fair to the car. There is no software known for, say, to have the vehicle go through a drive-thru. I have had successful attempts, and other attempts I've had where it did not go through the drive-thru. All the attempts that I had to direct it to the drive-thru to at least begin the process. All right, the pay window is going to be at the very corner where this red car is now currently stopping at. We have already prepaid through the app, so all we simply going to do is potentially just pick up a receipt from them. Vehicle there passed us on the other side as far as on our passenger side. So it seems that the vehicle does understand that we need to wait in this line and not just to go around, such as it would do in traffic. All right, so it's pulling up. Let's see if it's gonna stop at the receipt window. How are you doing? Oh, yes. Oh, sorry, so far away. Appreciate it. You're fine. Thank you. Uh-oh. Vehicle was gonna attempt to leave the pickup window, which it may have thought that we received our order and it was time to go. So I went ahead and took over manually to keep it from leaving the pickup window. This one again is even more challenging because there's actually two windows. So I can see why it would be confused if our transaction was complete or not. And I did reach out the window and grab something. Once the red car moves forward, I'll go ahead and re-engage the full self-drive system and see if it'll go ahead and understand that we need to go ahead and stay in this line and complete a pickup. I'm going to angle the wheel a little bit more just to see if it understands. For some reason, the wheel is locked. All right, so I re-engaged and disengaged, and I'm back re-engaging the system. So now it's back on this full self-driving profile. Right now in the GPS, there's no destination set for us to travel to after this McDonald's drive-thru pickup. I put a backup system. I start typing in as far as a backup stop, just in case I need it there. But we'll see what happens. This trip here so far has not been very successful. I've not seen the vehicle have so many errors as it did, such as stopping in the middle of the road there right before the hump that crossed the road to the biker's trail. And then also it struggled with making that left turn when the truck was across from us, which is also another error that I have not seen it do. All right, so vehicle's pulling forward and looks like it will be stopping at the window. No, I had the mobile order. What, a small fry and a McFlurry? It was the McFlurry and I think it was a double cheeseburger. Okay. All right, and thank you. You as well. All right. So that part there was very successful. Vehicle waited at the pickup window and now is taking off and going around traffic, even though there's no set destination. It's just randomly driving. So all in all, don't judge the cars driving on just this one particular trip. Please take a look at some of my other videos. I do have to admit this one here, the vehicle definitely struggled with this full self-drive system. All right, but that's it. Please like and subscribe.